Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over another premium medium database question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this and I'm glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help. So let me show you how I did it. This one is called Countries You Can Safely Invest In, number 1501. So basically what they're asking you to do is to find the global average of the call durations and then compare each country to see which one of the countries has strictly above average global call durations. So I found it's much easier to just look at the examples. So the global call duration is just everything divided by the length, how many. So let's call this A is sum of calls duration and divided by length of calls duration. So let's call this globe. So if we print this, let's refresh the page. The return key never works on Chrome. I wish they would fix that bug, but either way, let's run this. Okay, so 55.7 is the global average. Cool. So now we can go ahead and collect the averages for each country. So first we have to map the phone number to the country and then map the phone number back to the ID. So the country maps to the ID and then the ID maps back here to see which duration we have to add. Okay, so let's create a default dictive type list and let's also create a mapping to first map the phone number to the country. So for IP and enumerate person, let's call this phone number. We're only interested in the first three, so let's call this P up to 3. Okay, so then we can go ahead and try to find that. So we go ahead and find that here, and we go ahead and say for IC, JC and enumerate country. Let's call this country code. If C is equal to first, then we can associate this country with this particular ID. So map of, let's say, country name. Let's go ahead and actually, name of I, and then we're going to append, because so this is a little bit of a hassle, but it looks like we can use the country name and we can append so everything that matches it. So let's go ahead and append the person phone number of I. Okay, so let's go ahead and print map. Okay, so the name, country of name of I, it's supposed to be of J. And phone number of I. Okay. Cool. So, no, we're not looking at the phone number of I. We're trying to get the ID. So person ID of I. Cool. So now we know Peru is mapped to 3 and 2. So let's go ahead and build this dictionary now. So for I, see, and enumerate calls, caller ID, let's just say if for M in map, so we're looking at to see if this is which list it's in first of all. So if for A in D of M, so that's, we're looping through each list. If the caller ID is equal to A, then we can say D of, let's call this Peru. So still using the same key, we can append the duration of I. Okay, so we also do the same thing with the callee ID. So if callee ID of I is equal to a, then a d of m dot append calls duration of I. Okay, so now let's loop through our dictionary, validate our work. Huh? Why is this wrong? Let's print our map. Okay, so yep, so dm calls duration of I. Yeah, if c is equal to, yeah, so calls caller ID. Why is this loop never executing? This is quite odd. Can we load, please? Okay, so 1, 3. Okay, so we're going through the map. And then for each key, if the callee ID is equal to this one, then we just append the duration. I don't see the problem with that. Because for Peru, for example, so if C is inside of map of M, oh, map instead of D of M. Okay, cool. So now we can just calculate the averages. So then we can say average is sum divided by length. And then if the average is strictly greater than global, then we can append it to our answer list. Create an empty data frame. Okay, so we're basically done and we have our result. So set the only column equal to answer and return the result. Okay, let's run this. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this problem without any assistance and solve it on my own. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.